Standing against the modern nation of Israel is one key thing which the compromisers on Christian radio and television are extremely unlikely to do. When it is claimed that Christian radio and television are full of compromisers who seek to please men and are in bondage to their own income and status, this is a chief reason why. In relation, when it is claimed that most pastors and preachers in general don't know the Bible well or are just plain liars, even when looking at the ones who claim to believe that the Bible is God's unique inspired word from Genesis to Revelation, their support of the modern nation of Israel is a chief reason why. As with the bulk of the mainstream churches, mainstream Christian radio and television stations are full of preachers waving a Bible around and saying that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody comes to the Father but through him. And then turning around and saying Jews are God's chosen people, whom he has a special covenant with, which even the Jewish nation's rejection of Jesus can't break. Is that illogical and contradictory? No doubt about it. Such contradictory nonsense is a demonstration also of how the Scofield Reference Bible has had such enormous prevalent influence, in spite of the fact that probably most who are swayed by its ideas now have barely or never even heard of it. In supporting the modern nation of Israel, Christians are simply justifying the wicked in innumerable wicked actions. They are also denying the precedent God set by the Jewish temple's destruction in AD 70. They are also not even considering the clear Bible truth that when Israel was God's set apart nation, where his appointed worship was centered, even then, one sure mark of a false prophet was unconditional support for Israel. See especially 1 Kings chapter 22. The nation of Israel supporting Christians are also testifying to the world that they believe God is a partial respecter of persons who sides with a certain group of people, no matter what they do. That is so of all who support modern Israel, really. When done by Christians, it is also a terrible and pathetic witness of Christ to the world. When Romans 11 warns Christians not to boast against the branches, meaning natural Jews, it doesn't mean to support them in their theft of land, nor back off from holding them accountable for their thefts, murders, and other oppressions. The warning to Christians not to boast against natural Jews comes in the context of stating that Jews who reject Jesus Christ have been cut off from covenant with God, while Christians, obedient faithful ones, are grafted in. This is why these, whether they are naturally Jews or Gentiles, are called the seed of Abraham and the Israel of God. See Galatians 3:29 and Galatians 6:16, respectively. Note also that they are the Israel of God. There is not another Israel which the true God recognizes as his own. The modern nation of Israel is an impostor entity. You didn't study your Bible and stand for its truth, so you were duped by the blind teachers in your pulpits and corrupt media. You thus have in this way, and in many others, become ashamed to the God you profess to honor.